first 5 minutes of the game we're talking about here.
Okay,
Oni Warriors versus the Leviathans. Game number 1 starts right now.
What a way for these two teams to kick everything off. We get, a couple of double/triple hunter compositions coming out of here. It's going to be Nika on the Jing Wei. We were wondering where all these
go button for me. If you see a Freya with the, the haste ring, the telekines, and the demonic grip, or just, any sort of 3 attack speed items in general, that's going to help you out. Though
Neil's going to find a big wall to hold them out. The slow's not going to stun them down enough. Finally, First Blood will go over to the Leviathans, and it's Zapman who's going to grab them by jumping in with that dive bomb. And finally, 8 minutes and 15 seconds in.
Get them ult away. That's your time when you can farm up. But Yark just goes up to the sky and says, you guys good? Okay, I'm going back down. I'm going to continue farming. I'm trying to hit level 12, and he does a record time, level 10 and level 12. Rongyu, though, gets freaked out.
Rongyu frozen, surrounded by 4, can't find a path out. Will have to use his own revive to come back through. Kraken, though, will slam Neil as soon as he gets out of that ultimate. Everybody low on the side of the Warriors. Vote is the only healthy one. Panatom goes in, finds 2, instantly double kill for the jungler of the Leviathans, and it could be an easy triple as soon as Vote lands right back down from the sky. Shinto will grab that one away, and the Leviathans start off early with 4.
And now they're going to look for this Gold Fury here unless Dardes is going to stop them. Panatom's running over to Dardes saying, there's no way I'm letting you anywhere near this Gold Fury. Nika's going to steal away some camps in the back, but he can't make that rotation either. He's diving tower for this.
Panatom will at least use the shield to get rid of some of the poison damage, but can't stick around that tower. Hasn't quite started the 0-4 in 5 minutes thing, but 0-2 right now. It's still not in the best position.
Yeah, I would say 0-2 is definitely not where you want to be, but if it is going to be a Rongyu, hold that thought. Does have to dash away, and it's going to be in some trouble here.
Sonic boom there, but off the mark by Cubo. Will still throw it through. The Kraken does slam Cubo, and one more auto after from Shinto. Will take down Cubo. Fred Rongyu is doing just fine. Now into this tier 1 tower. Shinto 1 hit away, but a good revive from Rongyu will make sure to get the mid laner out of danger.
Yeah, Vote is already doing crazy amounts of damage. It was a great revive there as Panatom's probably going to try and chase this one down. The Vote is available, and that might not be enough.
Well, does pop the shield, turns it back around to Dardes. Panatom knocked up. The airstrike just off the mark. Zapman in the midst of all of them with the Suns. A good wall by Neil will delay Zapman from walking back. Rongyu with the body blocks, make sure that none of those crits potentially hit Zapman.
Yeah, I mean, Vote was for you either way. With more items comes much more damage on this Frey.
Yeah, Freya, always known to be that god who needs a few items. Nika is going to need maybe a few extra bodies to help him out. Panatom goes under the tower, pops the shield. Nika is fighting back, but Yarkor is there with the 1-2 combo, and that puts number 6 on the table for the Levi's.
And that should be another tier 1 tower dropping, but Yarkor doesn't want to stick around too late. Knows that maybe Cuvo could be coming around with that sonic boom.
To continue that chase, even though they know that Yarkor's ultimate is not online right now. Panatom finds Cuvo in a 1v1 into the jungle. Cuvo trying to find any path out, gets the dash on a Panatom, rooted back, and yanked down as Yarkor picks up the kill.
Yeah, they must have known there was no vision there, and Cuvo had no idea that Panatom was waiting around the corner. There's no warriors around for this one, so no steal will be coming through. The Pyromancer will go the way of the Leviathans. A ton of life steal from Spear of the Magus as well, and Freya's just natural passive could help him stay in these fights.
Fire Giant, though, started up by the Oni Warrior. Shinto standing by, does have an enhanced red buff and a Kraken available. Fire Giant half HP very quickly. It lost a lot of that health. It will be picked back up by the Warriors after they just leashed it. Ultimate from Panatom finds Neil, and Neil finds death on the back end. The Warriors do get the Fire Giant, but at least at the cost of only their support for now. But Vote now surrounded. As soon as he lands, he will be dead as soon as everybody realizes where he had landed. Vote buys a little bit of time with this shell, but it's not going to be enough time. Shinto finds the double kill.
You got to give respect to Vote for turning and running, and for the Oni Warriors for finding beautiful pounds there by Zapman. I can't imagine. They should be happy they were able to get the Fire Giant and save for 3. There's too much grouping happening here by the Leviathans. They should split the map and try to get as much farm as possible, because once the Oni Warriors are able to regroup, I don't even know if they will be able to push, to be honest. A 4,000 gold lead is not massive, and Fire Giant is certainly going to help, but Shinto might be in some trouble here.
Shinto does get it by the Sonic Boom. The Kraken is off the mark. It's Dardes and Cubo versus Shinto. Nika shows up, but the revive from Rongyu is perfect to get his teammate out. Zapman will jump in aggressively against Cubo, but now it's a 2v1 against Cubo, Fred. He goes down to Panatom.
Beautiful revive by Rongyu. Just picture perfect timing on that Scarab's Blessing, and now Leviathans are able to strip away a little bit more farm.
Belting this one down. Frenzy is available. Will not be popped instantly to try and go for the burn. Instead, Rongyu trying to bait somebody forward. Neil Maw gets caught inside the whirlpool, caught by the Kraken, and taken to the grave. Shinto finds an easy pick up against the support.
Now Kraken's not going to be available for the confirm, but Bumba's hammer is here. Shinto can reset those cooldowns.
Frenzy was popped. The Fire Giant is going down. Not fast enough. Rongyu is low in the back line, and Yarkor goes to the 1v1 against Nika, winning that trade out. Fire Giant looked back one more time by the Leviathans, and all of these hunters, all of these crits are going to make easy work of the... I can't even recall if we saw one at all during phase number 1. Usually teams are able to get at least 1 kill, but Leviathans have been playing near perfectly. Rongyu with perfect revives and maybe a perfect engage. That man eating some big damage. He's surrounded by 4. Sonic Boom goes through, misses the whoop. Will catch them out, but it's going to land right into a Kraken. Cubo Fred goes down instantly to Shinto. Rongyu goes back in, and Yarkor will dash up against the other two. Dardas doing his best to find any kill, but he can't find it. Shinto finds another one. Dardas goes down, and it's only 3 left to the Warriors to defend.
Dardas wanted a kill so bad. He almost was able to outbox Zap there, but the body blocks were too good. Even with the branching bullets, you're not able to confirm that one, and Dardas will get his first death of the game. Left side Phoenix is going to be going down here unless some great... Now, there's no way.
Oh, Nika does manage to slip himself away. The left Phoenix will go down. The mid could go down just as quickly, but no frenzy available to the Leviathans. The minion wave pushing in. They are posturing up to maybe go for the end of the game. Nika, Vote, and Neil got to put on one hell of a defense to stop this back. Vote up into the sky, gets some good damage to the Valkyrie's discretion, but Neil Ma is already gone. Now it's 5 versus 2. Nika needs to find some big crits on this Jing Wei because Vote's not going to do anything. Nika does manage to find one, and he's going to have some backup with Cubo Fred, but now it's just going to be Cubo to defend. The Atlantis Leviathans will take game number 1, only dropping a single death the entire time.
It wasn't a shutout.
It's the only Warrior style of scaling. Do you need to see Cubo Fred get more active early in this game of Itachi?
Like, maybe not even like early, just active. Can he get a kill? That's a good first step. No, I think like the Daji, look, you're going up against a Mercury. I think you're already in a good position. I think that this is a good spot for Cubo to get things rolling.
The metric for 4 out of 5 of the Oni Warriors is, can you get a kill? Going into game number 2, time for the Warriors to bounce back.
How it's supposed to come back off of that, just get a kill, and you're already doing better than you were last game. I mean,
Gore needs a raise. That's all I know.
Seriously, that was over into that sovereignty.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these Sov rushes, sometimes the Emperor's Armor, even if that's something that you really want to go for. But into a comp like this the Leviathans have, you got 3 physicals, and a lot of them are going to be able to... Nika, though, could be in some trouble.
Nika does not get into the sky in time. It's Panatom and Yarkor teaming up to take down the solo laner of the Oni Warriors. That'll put first blood on the board for the Levi.
I talk about this a lot when we see these Mercuries. The more you get those crits, the more crits you're able to get, the more stacks on your age. It all goes hand in hand, and finishing it as soon as possible is going to be the best way. And I'll hold that thought, though.
Cubo Fred up on the pal out, finds Shinto. Shinto does have the beads, but doesn't like to use it. Instead, just uses his ultimate, and that's enough to turn the fight around as he picks up a kill onto Dardas, who couldn't transform in time. Patient relic use by Shinto. Nets a kill for the Leviathans.
Yeah, I think Cubo wanted to get as much damage with that ult as possible, but you got to use that as quickly as you can, or else you're eating a lot of damage. Yarkor trying to find a way to dash out here and not get it blocked, and will find it, but Nika wants to chase this.
He's going to be slowed down by the ultimate from Nika just a little bit. Cubo blinks in, needs to find one more hit, and, well, why don't we just throw Dardas in the mix of all of it? Nika comes up with a kill early on to put the first one up in game number 2 for the Warriors, but with a rotation from Panatom, that will turn around and get another one for the Leviathans.
But it looks like Neil Ma's also here as well. So four-man rotation over to the solo lane. Does net a kill, but it's a trade because, once again, Panatom goes over. These auto-attack trades, at least for a little while, you're going to be, anytime those auto-attacks come through, Vote's not going to want to trade into that, but Yarkor could be in some trouble here.
Cubo Fred teleports in, Yarkor rooted out, surrounded by 3, probably won't have a path out of here. Question is, will he go down to the tower, at least maybe try and get some of the wave before he fights his self down? But it will be Nika getting the kill. So now they've doubled their kill count from last game on. Oni Warriors now with 2 on the board.
But he only got the back archers. The 3 melees did survive, so that's not, he wasn't able to get the full wave there. He tried his best, and I think that's the mark of a good solo laner, right? Maybe he just tries to run away stalls, but got as much farm as possible, make sure he doesn't lose the full wave. Yarkor there probably happier than he would be if he didn't, but Panatom got the stealth out of Dardas very early.
Dardas going to use his beads to turn around good damage back, but Dardas will transform into the dodge. He thought maybe that there would be at least a Sonic Boom out. Pala does pick up 2. Dardas goes up to try and pull them back in, and it will only be Rongyu this time who gets grabbed, but Rongyu does find a double Cataclysm on the escape path out. Shinto under fire by Cubo. Fred Sonic Boom might just be enough to save both Shinto and Rongyu as the Dark Omen misses. The root is good, but Nika doesn't have the damage. The Shockwave stops him from going any further in, and now the Yarkor is rotated over. Nika will go down. Neil Ma finds 1 on the stun, but that 1 is not enough because Shinto picks up another.
Yeah, Neil Ma jumps in there with the disarm, trying to save his solo laner, and unfortunately Nika falls in immediately after. The attention gets turned to the Fab.
Everybody has a way to get away from it at least one time through. Hammer does hit Neil, or does hit Wrong You. Wrong You finds 2 with the Cataclysm. Poison darts are good out of Vote, and Dart is in the backline trying to slow things down. Nika has joined the fray. Zapman is falling low and has to use the airstrike to get out, but now Wrong You has been left out. Panatom finds a Sonic Boom onto just 1 to slow this fight down. Dart is up on the Pow Loud trying to find anybody able to pull. Yarkor and Shinto will get yanked back in, but Yarkor dashes in aggressively back against Dardes, who now will not have a way out. He gets stunned out and taken down, but in that while, at least the Warriors were able to pick up one of their own.
Got Panatom, but now it looks like Wrong You still is trying to chase this. Shinto's doing a fair bit of damage, but the ultimates are down. You still have votes, though. You can still turn off the lights during this Gold Fury, and I think that's what he's trying to save this for.
Gold Fury.
I'd say Shinto's pretty happy as Leviathans are trying to go for this left side tier 1.
Shinto still sitting off to the backside. Nika will dive in up against Shinto. Zapman used the airstrike to get out, and Wrong You's got the rollout. Stone Shield comes through, and there is a defensive Sanctified Field. Shinto does have the beads and will pop them to make sure to get away from this Pow Lao. Zapman sitting at a quarter HP. A dive in by Dardes should finally net them a kill onto the carry, and they will. Vote credited to 1, and it's chaos under the tier 1 tower. Shinto goes down. Panatom finds Cubo on the reinitiation in, but now the members of the Leviathans are getting low. Wrong You is at half HP, has to walk back, and in the 3v4, the Warriors are the ones who come out on top.
Yeah, they get Fire Giant off 2 members and only lose Cubo there, and it looks like they are trying to retreat as best as possible, stalling out this Fire Giant. Remember, they snuck the Fire Giant last time while the Primal Fury was going down. Oni Fury, though, is going to be a little bit more useful. Cubo could be in some trouble here, though.
Cubo takes 1 crit, 2, 3, and doesn't even have time to get to the Pow Lao. Panatom swinging for the fences and gets the home run up against Cubo. Fred, that'll be the 3rd death on the jungler for the Oni Warriors and the 5th kill for the jungler of the Levi's. Of everyone, so the Leviathans will at least bait the ultimate, the global, out of Nika, and once again start the Fire Giant. Neil Ma walking up, Dardes and Boat right behind. The darts are good, but this time Dardes goes in to the Yola run himself. The Sanctified Field for the Oni Warriors is paying dividends, but now Dardes is the one in danger. The Fire Giant has done too much damage to him. The Oni Warriors get the Fire Giant, but how many of them are going to be able to find their way out? Neil Ma is already gone. Zapman airstrikes into the backline. Boat goes down, but still so many members of the Leviathans low on HP.
Only Fire Giant left on 3 as Nika is trying to get away here, doing a ton of damage in the back pedal. Panatom is also trying to wrap around to find any bit of crits. This is the, I mean, they're going to get a little bit. Which ones would be able to hold the bows? Finally, though, this enhance, it's not enhance actually, only they did not wait long enough, so this will just be a regular Fire Giant. Neil and Vote stepping up, though.
They don't need to wait either because it's going down. Leviathans get the Fire Giant. Neil Ma goes in to transform, but as soon as he lands, he gets knocked up and brought right back to Earth. Zapman gets the credit for the kill. Cubo trying to pull somebody into the Pow Lao, but will not do so. Dardes in the backline will only barely find a way out before Yarkor shuts him down. Panatom will find Vote all by himself, shuts down 2, and with Nika so low, Shinto grabbing 1, might as well give everybody an opportunity to pick up a kill in this fight. Cubo Fred dashed out as far as he can go, but it's another one for Zapman, a deicide for the Leviathans, and Trelly, this should be game number 2.
I would think so, unless everyone just dropped their computers and decided not to end the game here. A very dominant performance. Panatom looked unstoppable this game, just critting so hard. We saw him get to the back line. I mean, just absolutely two-tap everyone. These Sonic Booms were always on point. Wrong You goes 0-0-9, the perfect support stat line, making sure to keep everyone alive this whole game.
Well, the Fire Giant finally went down earlier on. Well, Neil Ma will come back to try and defend, but all he can really do is stare as his Titan goes down to the onslaught of the Atlantis Leviathans. A lot more fight out of the Warriors this game around, but still not enough. Charlie, it feels like the Leviathans